Hello, everybody. My name is Lynn, and welcome back to Manga Review. This would be the fourth one. And of course, as you can see here, let me zoom out real quick. As you can see here, I have completely redecorated my shelf since last time. All my stuff from over there is now over here because I reorganized it. Ooh. So basically, all I have up there is just it being reorganized from alphabetical. So we got A, B, C, D, and so on. But today we're gonna be looking at the L section. That's right. We're gonna be looking at a little one-shot manga, by Fujimoto himself, the creator of that little thing right there. You see that Chainsaw Man? One of the most heartbreaking manga I've ever read in my life. He made this, and it's I have an itch. This is really sad. This is probably one of the saddest manga I've read. Mainly because of the end. It's also pretty wholesome near the beginning. And then gets really sad. So I'm just gonna say this. Spoiler alert, because I will be spoiling the entire book. The only reason why I really did spoilers for After God was because, like, I only had one thing at that point, so, and I will be covering the second volume of After God once I read it. So spoilers for that, when I make it. But anyways, let's go down to the ground right here and, read some look back. Okay, so basically at the start of the book, we have this girl named Fujino here, and she basically just makes manga. And sorry, Fujino, but this shit sucks. Genuinely. I can't be talking since I don't draw for shit, and if I do draw for shit, it's ass. It's really bad. But basically, Fujino is drawn in all this, and then, there's this other fourth grader called Kimoto, I believe. My forehead is really itchy today. I'm sorry, but Kimoto makes beautiful, wonderful looking art. Some true pieces here that you can see. Looking like this entire manga strip looks like it was ripped out of that one chapter in JJK near the end. But I'm not gonna spoil anything farther than that. Anyways, so I wonder if I can find. Well, okay, I can just go on from the next point from here. But basically, Fujino, is jealous of Kimoto because her art is way better. My God, words work, please. But her art's way better, so she strives to become better than Kimoto. And basically, God, I keep forgetting about all the points here. Fujinoto. I'm so done. But Fujino's friends are becoming distant because she's becoming distant because all she's focused on is art. And I'm trying to find the next story so I can cover that. Here it is. So basically, even though the art has somewhat improved, Kimoto's art is still way better. So Fujino's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go hang out. I quit art. So then, Fujino gets tasked with bringing a diploma to Kimoto's house. And, Kimoto actually isn't at school. I don't know. There's just kind of an otaku, I guess. So there's all this stuff here. I think all of those are art books. I'm not entirely sure, though. Basically, she slips a little sheet here that, basically, God, I'm blanking. If Kimoto doesn't come out of her room, like, if she keeps mass producing, everybody's gonna, like, look behind, and then Kimoto's just gonna be dead, basically. That's not what that is at all. I'm just saying that's how I think it is. Anyways, so Kimoto actually does come out of her room and comes out of her house while Fujino is walking away. And it's revealed that Kimoto is actually a big fan of Fujino. So basically, the rest of the manga is just their journeys and stuff. Sorry, I had to point it over there. I was turning pages with one hand. But basically, the rest of the manga is just this and all that. And the sad part is more towards the end. So basically, this is the perfect part. So basically, Kimoto wants to go to art school and wants to stop relying on Fujino for her work. And of course, Fujino doesn't like that, and tries to prevent her, but it doesn't work. So she's working on manga by herself. I closed it on accident. Shark kick. And then she sees some news, if I can find it. Yeah, basically that the art school where Kimoto went to got attacked. And I think, as seen in one of these further further panels, if I can find it. If this book would stop closing, it'd be really nice. Here, I'm gonna use my knee. Yeah, basically, this kind of shows all the deaths and statistics and stuff. And this is the confirmation that Kimoto is dead. And my God, to me that was really sad. That was really sad. I did not. Well, it's Fujimoto. I kind of expected it. So basically, the rest of this manga is Fujino coping with all that, and this is like a whole flashback of what could have happened if Fujino didn't leave the slip under Kimoto's room. And let me go to the end. So yeah, that's the attacker basically, and then Fujino comes in and saves the day. But that's an alternate universe. It doesn't actually happen. So this is a pretty wholesome moment of them, regrouping. And then, yeah, we come back to our senses here. So all this happens. Basically, the end is, I would say, I'm not good at reading. Well, I'm good at reading manga. It's really simple. It's just looking at pictures. But I'm not good at actually going into deeper sides of stuff unless it's actually told to me. Here, I'll just do this since it's much easier. So I think it's just reminiscence, actually, for a little while. Oh my God, my parents are cackling downstairs. Sorry about that. I don't know why they're so awake. It's like 12 a.m. But yeah, the end is basically just Fujino going back to work. There's a lot of stuff that God, this is gonna be a nightmare to put back up. I'll put it up after the video is done. That manga, Look Back by Fujimoto, is really good, and I would recommend it, basically. Oh man, it's already 8 minutes. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Look Back. I think the story is really good. I definitely like the manga aspect to it. Basically, any manga about a manga artist, to me, is really good, and I find the process of making manga very interesting. Especially with that little guy right there, Monsters We Make, which I will be getting volume 2 very soon once it actually gets finished. But yeah, I'd say that's it. Go read Look Back, please, or literally any other of Fujimoto's work, like Chainsaw Man. I do need to read Goodbye Eri, which is another Fujimoto work. I just know the volume cover looks really sick, and I need to read it. So I probably will when I have actual money. Anyways, bye-bye.